As of May 2020, there's been some great add-ons for Windows 10 released. Before I show you how to get them, let's just give you an overview of what the add-ons do. So one of the things it does is if we go into photos and we want to resize a photo, then all we need to do is we just right click on that photo, go down to resize pictures, and there we go, we can select a size. So if we want to make a picture smaller, then we can select any of these sizes. And then just click resize. So say for instance this photo just here, at the moment it's, if I just check the size of it, it's 805 kilobytes. So I want to make that smaller to make it easier to email. So I just right click on the photo, left click resize pictures and make the picture smaller. So let's just select small size, click resize, and then what it does is, there you go, as you can see, it makes a copy, but it puts the word small after it. And if I right click on that and look at the properties, as you can see, a lot less, 57 kilobytes there. And the quality's not too bad either. I mean, it's not brilliant, but as you'll see here, there you go, it's made it a smaller photo, but it's made it more manageable to email. As I say, if you right click on a photo, click left click resize photos, you've got all these different resolutions there you can select on there. So I'll just try a medium one for instance. So there we go, try the medium. So there it is, medium. Let's just see the size. So the size there is 123 kilobytes, so still a lot less than the 800 odd kilobytes the original photo was. If I go into the photo, there you go, as you can see, the photo is larger. You can also resize several photos, so just hold down the control key and just click on the photos that you want to resize, and then let go of the control key, click the right mouse button and then left click resize pictures, and there you go, I can resize all of these pictures here. So let's just select medium there, click resize, and there you go, it's resized all of them. So it's put a medium beside each of the photos there. Another great little utility as part of these add-ons is, another great feature is the power renamer. So you can select the photos or files that you want to rename just by holding down the control key, and then let go of the control key once you've finished. Click the right mouse button and then go down and click power renamer, that's a left click. And like I say if I wanted to rename all these pictures here, say Yorkshire for instance, so I'd search for IMG, so that removes the IMG, and I'm going to leave the date and the time in, so I'm just going to call it Yorkshire, and there we go. So it says there it's going to rename all these with the word Yorkshire in place of IMG. So I left click rename, and there we go, the pictures have been renamed. And like I say, you can do this for files as well. You can also preview SVG files, which is something you can't do on normal Windows. So if we just click on view up there and click on preview pane and then click on this SVG file here, as you can see you get a preview there. Now without these add-ons you wouldn't get that preview. Another great add-on here is the shortcut overview. So hold down the Windows key and you'll get this come up on screen, and there you go. So if you wanted to open, say, the search, then just hold down the Windows key until this menu comes up and tap S, and there you go, the search will come up. If you wanted to open up the settings, then hold down the Windows key until this comes up and tap I, and there we go, the Windows settings appears. So just a few little shortcuts there. Another great little add-on is Window Walker. So you can basically search for apps that are running without using the mouse. So all you do is you hold down the Windows key, tap the control key, and then it pops up. You can search for running processes or Windows. So say if I was looking for Notepad for instance, I'd start to type Notepad, and there we go, it comes up Notepad just there. And I just press the down arrow button on the keyboard and Notepad opens up. If I want to search for something else, like Firefox for instance, I just type in Firefox, and because it's running, there you go, I just press the enter key on the keyboard and it switches to Firefox. So it's quite handy if you haven't got or can't use a mouse. And lastly, another great feature is FancyZones. It's a window manager that's designed to make it easy to arrange and snap windows into efficient layouts for your workflow. So to access this, hold down the Windows key, then tap apostrophe and then let go of the Windows key, and you can choose your layout there. So say if I wanted columns there, have columns there, click on apply. So yeah, if you want to put something into one of the fancy zones, then basically hold down the shift key on the keyboard and then just move the window. There you go, and you can move it into 1, 2 or 3. So say if I wanted notepad in 1, there you go. Hold down the shift key again and start to drag a window there. So yeah, I'm going to put WordPad in 2, and I'm going to hold down the shift key again and just try and drag one of these windows, there you go, into 3. So there we are, some great little add-ons, but how do you get them? So the first thing we need to do is we need to open our browser. Now you can open any browser on Windows with the exception of Internet Explorer, as Internet Explorer is outdated, insecure and probably won't work with this. So you can use Edge, Firefox, Chrome, Brave, Opera, anything you like, just don't use Internet Explorer. So I'm going to open Google Chrome. So I'm just going to double click the icon on the desktop, and then when Chrome is opened I'm going to move my mouse up to the address bar right at the very top of the screen and left click once. Then I'm going to type tiny.cc/pwrtoys. That's tiny.cc/pwrtoys. Then press enter or return on the keyboard. This website will now load, and you just scroll down to where it's got assets there, and you just move your mouse over Powertoys setup. Now mine says Powertoys setup 0.17.0 minus x64.msi. Now that number may well change because they're releasing new versions of this all the time, so don't worry if that number's not the same. As long as it's higher, then it means you're getting a newer version. So move your mouse over that, left click once, and then if you're using Chrome you'll see this appear in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. That's the download. Once the figures have disappeared, move your mouse over that and left click once. If you're using Firefox, then it will say you've chose to open Powertoys setup, so just move your mouse over save file and left click once, and then you'll notice this arrow appear in the top right hand corner of the screen just here. Click on that, and then when it says completed there, move your mouse over it and left click once. It may come up with this message here. Just move your mouse over OK and left click once. And if you're using the older version of Edge, then you should see what do you want to do with Powertoys setup. Move your mouse over save, left click once, and then wait for it to download and finish doing the security scan, and then move your mouse over run and left click once. Okay, so if it doesn't look like anything's happened but you've got this icon here at the bottom of the screen, left click it once and that will appear. Then move your mouse over next, left click once, then move your mouse over next again, left click once, then move your mouse over next again, left click once, move your mouse over install and left click once. Then if you get this message come up saying do you want to allow this app to make changes to your computer or device, move your mouse over yes and left click once. This bit might take a bit of time depending on the speed of your computer. Please be patient. I'm going to pause this video and we'll come back to it when it's nearly completed. Incidentally, it may look as though it's got stuck on removing backup files. Just be patient, this bit might take a bit of time. Okay, so that took a few minutes, but mine's now completed. So move your mouse over finish and left click once. Then you can close any browsers that you've got open just by clicking on the cross in the top right hand corner, and you'll notice there's a little Powertoys icon just appeared down by your clock. Move your mouse over it and left click once, and there we go, we have all the extras here. So we can turn them on and off if we don't want to use them. We can also say don't run at startup if we didn't want to. It's set to download updates automatically. We don't have to do that, but it's probably best to leave these on if we're going to be using. Okay, I hope this guide helps and I hope you enjoy the extra features on Windows 10. You can follow me on Twitter at CWTech. That's at CWTech on Twitter. And don't forget to check out my other videos in my YouTube channel. Just Google Chris Waite YouTube. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for your support.